All right, Chuggalos, this is Phil. This is technically day 16 of the Advent calendar, although I am doing a special bonus edition today that is not part of the Advent calendar. This is a little something that I received from a friend of mine during the extravaganza. Hoppin' Frog, Bite of the Beast Barleywine. And, you know, after that fiasco I just had with our day 16 barley swine, it was horrible. It was rot gut. I'm sure it was a problem. I'm sure that's not the way the barley wine was. And I touched base with JT, and he said it was awesome, and he gave it a 5. So now I'm really bummed out because what I got was definitely, it wasn't quite spoiled yet, but it was definitely on the decline, way past its prime. Didn't smell anything. Only taste I got was some bourbon in the back of my throat at the end. A little sweetness and no balance, no bitterness, no aroma, nothing. So after that, I decided, you know what? I'm bummed, and I really wanted that barley wine today. So I'm going to have this barley wine instead. And Mattino, this goes out to you. This one is a special beast. It is called the Beast, and I love Hoppin' Frog. They make great stuff. I've got 2 different brews in my fridge right now from them, and they're both great, and I can't wait to try them again. This barley wine is special because, oh wow, the print's really small and it's dark in here. Let's see if I can see this here. It's 16.66%. That's the first thing. So it's like, it takes other barley wines that are around 13 to 14%, and it adds some steroids, basically. Adds some steroids. It's 16.66%. It comes in a very tiny little can. It's what, 10 ounces? This looks like a little 10-ounce can. Might even be smaller than that. I can't read it on there. It's way too small. But I can tell you that this is an ale that is brewed with Thai chilies. It's supposed to light your fire. So we're going to find out right now just how hot it is. I have a suspicion that's why it's in such a tiny little can. And I think Matt told me that when he tried it, he split it with somebody else, like split this little can. That's a really small little can. So I'm guessing it's all fire. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be different. I have no idea what I'm getting myself into. Normally, you eat spicy food like Thai food or even Indian food or maybe Mexican food that's really spicy, and you reach for a beer to kind of quench the thirst, right? To kind of put out the fire. This would be a mistake. That would be like pouring literally gasoline on the fire. Like, oh no, I just swallowed a gallon of hot Thai chilies in a beer. Anyway, I'm excited. I'm excited to try it. I might pass over. I might keel over. You might have to call 911. But if the video's still going and I've fallen out of my chair, gripping my chest, somebody just please call 911 and send him over to my house. Or call JT and have her go upstairs and get my wife and have her come down and take me to the hospital. Luckily, the hospital's like stone's throw from here, Miami South. But we don't want to talk about that. That's not going to happen. We're just going to get a little kick in the seat of our pants, I think is what we're going to get here. Anyway, excited to try it. Here we go. 16.66. Ooh. Now that is what a beer and a barley wine even is supposed to look like. It's already got a little hat on it. See? Look. Take note. Butcher and brewer. Got a beautiful color to it. A little deeper than the last one we had, which shall remain nameless from now on. I am really bummed. I'm going to have to go back to the barrel house and ask them if I can try some. I hope they still have some in the keg. I would love to try that because I was really looking forward to it. But this has a really great look to it. I can smell it already. It smells spicy. Oh yeah, it smells very different. Very different. It's not a typical barley wine smell, that is for sure. but you probably need that extra sweetness in the extra alcohol content. You probably need that to kind of help balance, if it's even humanly possible, to balance out the Thai chilies. So here we go. First taste for SFIL. Let's see if my lips and my tongue stay intact or whether they melt down and they melt right off my face. I got that to look forward to, which is nice, you know, which is nice. Okay, here we go. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Feel the burn, baby. That's a good one. Oh, yeah. You can't drink a whole can of this thing. This thing will, it'll eat your insides out. It's like a combination of hydrochloric and carbonic acid as it goes down. And not really quenched much by the beer, by the way. This has a bite to it, all right, but it ain't no hop bite. Okay, so this is the first beer that SFIL's had all Advent calendar, where I can't go on and on about the hops and how different they are and whatever, how they contribute to the taste. I don't taste a lot of hops here. I don't taste, well, it's got sweetness in it. I'll give it that. It's got some real sweetness in it. It's got, but man, it's hard to taste whatever it is that's in there before the chilies kick in. It's a lot of chili. It's a lot of chilies, and it's spicy. Oh yeah, that was just a sip, and already my tongue was starting to tingle. Back of my throat, back of my tongue, palate, throat's burning now. Yeah, yeah, that's the real stuff right there. Wow. Wow, I wonder who came up with this idea. This is a crazy idea. I know who would like this, though. I know who would like this. So, Matto, I got to get from you, like, where you got this from. Because I know a certain someone in my family who fancies himself as a lover of the hottest imaginable peppers and spices that you can possibly withstand. I mean, ghost peppers, Carolina Reapers, all that sort of stuff, which is way beyond crazy to me. But he loves it, I'm guessing, and he loves beer, and I'm guessing this might be right up his alley. So if you could let me know in the comments, that would be awesome. I'd love to get some of this for him. Maybe send it to him for Christmas. What a great Christmas present. It's actually my son-in-law, one of my son-in-laws. Sorry, not son-in-law, stepsons. Stepsons. Thank you. Oh, yeah. See, this is one of those burns that it's not going to get better with age. In other words, the more you drink it, it won't desensitize your tongue and your mouth and your throat so that, oh, now it doesn't taste so bad. Let me just try some more. It's not going to do that for you. It's going to build on itself. It's going to accumulate. It's going to get hotter and hotter and hotter, and then it's going to get a little more hot. Yeah. So that's kind of what's going on with this thing. It's good. It's novel. It's interesting. But man, you just, it's spicy. It's got a serious kick. I like it. I'm starting to actually taste some of the beer qualities in it. Those that it hasn't already cleansed. I think it sanitized some of the beer that was used in the fermentation process. I wonder when they put this in. That's the other question I have. You know, we talked a lot about, on this Advent calendar now, we've kind of gone through almost the whole cycle, I think, except for tertiary fermentation. I don't think I've really covered that much, but we've talked about, you know, the boil, which is the original We put all the ingredients together in a pot and boil them for an hour, hour and a half, and you know, your experience will vary depending on the type of beer it is and all that stuff. But the boils first, and then you take the concoction that's been brewed together, and you put it in a primary fermenter, right? And modern day brewing, brewers add a lot of stuff. And we had this talk at the extravaganza. I was asked the question, hey, SFIL, what's the difference between an adjunct and an ester? So we talked about adjuncts. And adjuncts are all those little extra special goodies that the brewers throw in there to make it a unique, special kind of a brew that has, I don't know, maybe it's a signature flavor for them, for their brewery, that they want to impart to their beers that everyone could taste and go, oh yeah, I know that's a warped wing, or whatever it is, right? Or it could be something, hey, we're trying to make a blueberry saison, and they throw blueberries in there, right? Or blueberry and lemon, right? Just whatever it might be. There's those adjuncts. Clearly, Thai chili is an adjunct. And not necessarily a very common one. It's the first time I've ever had this. I think I've had jalapeno in a beer before. A long time ago now. But this is not very common. And for a lot of people, it's probably not a welcomed adjunct, I'll just say. And I'm just giving grace to my fellow beer drinkers all over the world. Some may not appreciate this as much as others do. I like it for the novelty, you know. But, you know, look how much I've drank. Not very dang much. And I won't be finishing this. This is not going to happen. I actually want to go to bed tonight, and I don't want to be up all night drinking water. Interesting beer. And I was going to rate this the whole thing, even though it's not an advent calendar beer. I was going to rate this anyway. I think I might still. Anyway, this is not something I'd run out and buy, except for to torture other people. Like my stepson. Don't tell him. Don't anybody tell him. I hope he doesn't watch this. Actually, I don't care if he does. But would I drink it again? I think I've been there, done that. I think I got the postcard, maybe the t-shirt. You only get a t-shirt if you finish it, and I don't think I'm going to do that. So I may not get a t-shirt tonight. I'm okay with that. I'm all right with that. But I did like it, though. It was good. So for the novelty of it, I think I can't rate it too lowly, but that's a tough thing to score. What do you score it against, right? What is it out there that's like this that we've ever had? 3-4 years, I can't remember anything really similar to this. So anyway, it's going to be sub 3. It's going to be in the 2s. I would say maybe a 2.5, something like that. Just above average, maybe, just because of the novelty of it. It was a great idea. I'm sure it was implemented well. Maybe a little less chili in the profile would make it a little more drinkable. It's not that it's undrinkable, it's just that it's not drinkable at pace, shall we say. Anyway, that's it for me. 2 very different beers tonight. 2 very different beers. One slightly more drinkable than the other one, but it would have been more drinkable, I think, if it would have not been quite so spicy. But it was good, and it was a novelty. So there you have it from me on this special edition of the Brew Crew podcast, Barrel House Advent Calendar. Actually, it's not even the Barrel House because it didn't come from the Barrel House. It came from Matto. So again, shout out to you, Matt. Thanks so much for sharing that with me. I really appreciate it. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it a lot. It was fun to drink, and never tasted anything quite like this. You know, Thai chili has its own kick. How many of you guys, post on the comments below, how many of you guys like in the Chuggalos How many of you guys actually like Thai food? I love it. I think it's great. The chilies they use, those little tiny shriveled up red ones that turn black, you know, sometimes. Those little mothers they're a trip. They can be just as big of a kick as some of the big ones are, but it's a different kind of spice. And when you taste it, you can kind of, you know what it is. That's a Thai chili, you know, it's got imparts a certain flavor to Thai food too. And you know what I'm talking about, right? So there's, you know, Thai food doesn't taste like Chinese food, doesn't taste like Japanese food, Korean food, nothing. Vietnamese food doesn't taste like anything else. There's a certain specific flavor profile to Thai food, and I think a lot of it has to do with the Thai chili, frankly, that's in there, which I've always loved. I've always loved Thai food, and I'm really blessed that we have a terrific Thai food restaurant here in Dayton. It's called Thai Nine, and it's fabulous. JT turned me on to it after we moved here, and it's a fabulous place. They have great sushi too, by the way, but their Thai food is just phenomenal. Definitely the West Coast, which has a lot of great foods and from, you know, a lot of international foods from all over the place, especially Southern California with, I don't know, 10 million people or 15 million people, however many are there. Southern California's got nothing on Thai Nine. Thai Nine is terrific. So go check it out, everyone. If you love Thai food or you want to check it out, it doesn't get better than that. Downtown Dayton. Just go check it out. You'll not regret it. It's great. They have everything. You don't have to get it spicy. It could be as mild or medium or spicy as you want. And they've got everything on the menu. They've got seafood. They've got meats, vegetarian dishes, noodle dishes, non-noodle dishes. They've got all different kinds of soups and terrines and stuff like that. That are all Thai recipes, and it is delicious. So it made me think of that. So, JT, we got to get back to there. We got to get back to Thai Nine soon. We haven't been there for a while. Anyway, all right. That's it for me on this special edition of Hoppin' Frogs Bite of the Beast Barleywine. 16.66%. And a whole lot more Thai chili in there. One more sip for the road. Here we go. All right, everyone. That's it from SFIL. Good night.